Yeah, welcome. Decided to put this video together because I wanted to share some assets that I'm currently accumulating on my crypto portfolio. And a lot of people keep asking me online, yo, what are you invested into? I'm like, yo, let me just go ahead and just give it to y'all for the free, so you guys can have the value, so you guys can have exactly access to pretty much the same assets that I'm currently invested into that I have in my crypto portfolio, right? So what I'll be doing is I'm going to be going over these different projects. I'm not going to really do the analysis. Most of the analysis has already been done, right? So I'm just going to be showing you the areas that I'm looking to take advantage of, right? So if this is your first time hopping on and seeing a session with me and kind of seeing how I operate on the charts, it may be absolutely foreign to you, may be absolutely brand new to you, and that's okay, that's fine. Just refer back to some of my previous YouTube videos that I've done that shows you pretty much the way that I trade, the way I operate in the marketplace. And it's going to really make a lot of sense to you, right? So once again, today is to show you assets that you can accumulate in your crypto portfolio. Some of them you can even trade in your MetaTrader 4 as well. So in future, when I'm going to be dropping anything in regards to cryptocurrencies and trading, you can trade it on your futures, right? You can trade it on MT4. You can also trade it on different exchanges like crypto.com, Exodus wallet, right? All these different things are places where you can either accumulate. Some of them are decentralized, some of them are centralized. And if you're living in Canada and you're absolutely brand new and you don't know where you should buy your cryptos, I would recommend ShakePay. So you can find a link to create your own ShakePay account on my channel. Under my channel, you see a link either on my bio on Instagram or either here. It says earn cryptos for free, earn Bitcoins for free. So feel free to just use that, make your own account. And if you're outside of Canada, obviously, I want you to go ahead and start using KuCoin, Binance, those different exchanges for people that are more international, right? But once again, the purpose of this call is just showing you the assets that I'm currently accumulating. I'm not gonna give y'all all of the sauce because most of the sauce I already get. Like I already gave a bunch of coins like back in November, October, November that people should be accumulating. So I really want you guys to go back on either on my Instagram at Niger Banks, and you guys will be able to really see what those different cryptos are. Because honestly speaking, markets are at a low point, and this is when you should be taking advantage of all these things, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and really just jump right into it. Right here. So I'm gonna leave this here. So it's my cryptos. So most of these cryptos I'm gonna share with you guys. Everyone knows already about BTC and Ethereum. I'm gonna just start with these, and then I'm gonna digress into like the other projects I'm looking at that are pretty much at entry right now. Anywhere that you're buying in is a good entry, right? So even prior to going into that, CoinGecko. Everyone asks me, how do you know what's going on? How do I know what's popping and what's these products about? What are these projects about? Just go on CoinGecko, no matter what the project is, example, if I were to click on Ethereum right now, right? Ethereum example, real quick. You can go on the Ethereum website, so you can actually read up on, the different things that Ethereum does, the DeFi projects that it creates, and et cetera, right? That's what I want you guys to focus on. Learn to do your own research. Don't always necessarily depend on people online. Don't depend on what people are saying online. Just go ahead and see for yourself. If it makes sense for you, go ahead and accumulate. Don't necessarily take the fact that I'm saying, oh, it's a project that I'm investing into that you should invest into as well. Not at all. I'm not a financial advisor whatsoever. I'm just sharing my point of view and of what I'm seeing in the markets. And if you guys get value out of it, awesome, phenomenal. And you guys make profit out of it, I'm grateful and I'm happy y'all making profit. But just pass it on to a family member or a friend, because I believe this season is a season for you to make it happen. I'm not giving no Christmas gifts to anybody besides crypto, a ledger, and assets they can accumulate. Right. That's my Christmas gift to everybody, and that's my Christmas gift to every single one of y'all. So happy holidays to everybody on here. So here, CoinGecko, that's what you want to go ahead and do your research. So whenever you see me say DYOR, right, that means do your own research, right? Short term, right? So now going right into TradingView, right? Assets, how I feel, what's going on with these different assets. Ethereum as it is, we can see we're at the last down candle before the prior movement. Brand new to this, I trade Wyckoff, right? That's how I look at a market. So looking at common sense, right? So common structure in an uptrend, what do we look for? We look for a higher low. and then we look for a higher high, and then we look for a higher low, right? So looking at Ethereum as it is, I would love for price to come give us a higher low down here at 2000, but I don't think I'm going to get that. We already got a huge wick down here. We reached out, pretty much this point on this weekly level, reacted, rejected. But I want to show you guys something that's very, very interesting, right? So what I'm using right now is a tool called Fibonacci, right? I'm going to pull it up, low point to the high point, and I want to show you guys something that's really, really interesting on a weekly time frame, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just pull up my fibs for this, and I want you guys to go ahead and do this on your own time, right? From the low point to the high point, right? Notice that here on the 50% and 618, this is where a lot of cryptocurrencies love to reject off of, right? So you could do this on any asset and find an entry for you to take advantage of, right? When you're accumulating your assets for the long term, right? Even for the short term as well, look to aim for that 50% 618 zone, because that's where price is most likely going to reject and start going to the direction that you want it to go into, right? Vice versa, same thing if we were selling, I would go from the high point to the low point, and I would do the same thing, right? So right here on Ethereum, this area is a really good point. 3750 is a good point to be accumulating this asset. If it does go lower to the premium where we're seeing like the 88.6, the 78.6 and the 886, right? We're looking around that 2,800 price, $3,000 range price. Go ahead and accumulate. Don't even shy away from it. It's your time to win. So that's pretty much the areas I'm looking for Ethereum. Now, when it comes to trading it, you want to probably dial down to lower time frames and now just zoom in, and you can see different things that can happen in the marketplace, right? So, but I'm not really here to talk about actually trading the asset, because if you do want to trade it, you can trade it. But I'm here to just kind of make it simple for y'all, right? So here, going back into it, right? These are things I've pretty much already analyzed. Solana as well, right? Solana is a really good asset. Solana is on your MT4, right? So I'm gonna go on a weekly here on Solana. Those of you guys that trade Wyckoff Smart Money, you get to see this is a big imbalance here in price. I in a good world, in a perfect world, given the most important thing you always need to check out, when you're coming into cryptos, is understanding where the dollar is at, because most of these projects are backed by the dollar, right? They're going up against the dollar. So understanding where your DXY is, where the dollar price is at, is gonna put you ahead. So given example, this Solana, I did my low point right here to the high point, right? Lower, I did my higher low pretty much to high, right? And now we retraced back all the way into the zone. We've been playing 1, 2, 3. You saw price flushed everybody out, and right now price came in again, flushed these lows, and gave us a reaction within this last down candle before the prior up movement, right? And we reacted off the 78.6, which is about 150. I accumulated some Solana at 150, right? Price range, anywhere in this pretty much golden box from about the 160 area all the way down to the 129 area is beautiful zone for you to be buying into these assets. That's where you can really take advantage and really make a whole lot of gains from it, because what we're seeing with Solana, where it could go potentially, we're just getting started. We're talking about $1,000 coin possibility, right? We're talking about $1,000 coin possibilities with all the different research and educators that I'm currently plugged into. This is all the millionaires I'm plugged into right now. They're talking all about Solana and how I should be buying a whole lot more of it. And seeing someone that has a portfolio of 3,000 Solanas, right, and they're getting dividends on it all the time, it's absolutely crazy. And if you guys didn't know, with Exodus, you guys can stake your Solana and earn about I believe it's 6 to 8% APY, which is absolutely amazing. So definitely suggest this. Also on MT4, also on MT4, I want you guys to know that you guys can trade this on MT4. So if you're on MT4, you're going on a daily, on a 4-hour, etc. You guys can go ahead to lower time frame and now zoom in with whatever strategy you know how to use, whether that's support resistance. You go ahead and do that and accumulate your assets. Simple. Go ahead and look for where your area of entry is, and then you can accumulate. Once again, what did I say? 50% would have been a good zone, area of support, like as you guys know it. It broke below it, but at the end of the day, once we came into that premium zone, right, what's happening? Price started to reject, and we're starting to move up. Currently, I'm in a position on my MT4 from this position, and I also accumulated some in my wallet as well. So these are the areas I'm pretty much suggesting. If it does go lower, which it can decide to clear these lows, clear out the liquidity. There's money sitting on the bottom of this, and at that point, we'd be getting a weekly imbalance here. If I go back on a weekly, you guys can see it's just a gap in just the range of price that market is just buying in. If it goes into here, we're looking at $100 worth of Solana. I'm gonna buy a whole bunch. Like probably, I'm not even gonna say how much because y'all I don't want to influence you guys in how much you guys should be buying or whether you guys should be buying or not. But this is really what you guys want to check out and really take advantage of right here, right? So over here, right? Once again, I'm gonna go right back to which other project was here that I was looking at. Polkadot, right? Polkadot. Polkadot is another really phenomenal project. Personally speaking, on a weekly time frame again, I'm seeing imbalance down here. It's a possibility you can go down there, right? If Bitcoin drops more, because Bitcoin's a leader, right? If Bitcoin drops more, we could see possibility of this going into this potential area of 16, between 16 13. But if not, as of right now, if we're looking at price today, right, and we take our fibs, right, like I mentioned, and we go from the low point to the high point. At this point, this looks like the low point right here, right? The low point to the high point. We're in our premium area, right? So low point to the high point, right? We're in that area of 88.6, 78.6, right? That pretty much, that's your demand zone for price to raise up, right? If we hold there, it's game, right? But if we go on a weekly, now we just draw with fib confluence, and we draw from the low point here, this low, right, to the high. We get to see that at the end of the day, we are within that 50% 618 area, and price may just drip into the 78, which is right here, and potentially even give us that 88, right? Within that imbalance. Do I know when that's going to happen? I have no idea. I'm just giving you awareness of the zone. That at the end of the day, you can come back and replay this and look at the zones again, and take advantage of these areas yourselves, right? And lay up your personal way of going about it, right? So once again, 50% 618, we're in the zone, we're in the money. I'd be buying some right here because you don't know if it's going to go that low, and you don't know when it's going to take off. So whenever it does, I'm going to be ready. But I want you guys to look out for what's going to happen in the market by December 20th, 21st. We may see the market start to really pick up after all this dip coming down, right? So just be mindful, be patient, and don't rush yourself, right? Don't rush yourself, and definitely don't miss out on the bag, right? Polkadot, I believe you can trade this on your MT4 as well right now as well. So these are one of those assets you can trade on MT4. Right now we're looking at flow as well. I look at it, we're on a weekly time frame, low point to the high point. What I do on the fibs, currently we see that we're in the golden area, right? We're in the golden zone where we're at a low. Why aren't you buying when price is at a low and is at a golden area, right? So this whole area is you should be buying and accumulating and buying as much as you can, because the growth that we can see from this coin, right? And a lot of NFTs are already being created. I don't know if you guys heard about NBA Top Shop and whatnot, but these are a lot of assets that are backed by this, right? And I know you guys are wondering, Ralph, how do you know about these projects? How did you get about how did I go about knowing I should be investing into these projects? I've done my research. I've watched some educators, that multimillionaires that have done their own research. And after they did their own research, it informed me because I listened to them. And I went to go look at CoinGecko myself, look at the different projects, and it made a whole lot of sense. So I'm like, yo, let me go ahead and share this with family and friends that can take advantage of this as well. So we're in the key zone. If you don't have some flow, I believe there's different exchanges you can go purchase it on. Go right here on CoinGecko, type up flow, and it's going to show you the different exchanges that you can go ahead and purchase flow on. It's number 57 right now. It's backed by a lot of phenomenal investors and projects, right? And it's already doing some incredible things in the marketplace. So I would highly suggest don't miss out on your opportunity to get some more flow. Now, going right back to it, Chainlink, right? I believe I dropped this in the chats in my Telegram. Chainlink, we're at an area. I'm on a weekly. Notice I haven't even gone down to the daily or anything else. But just as far as accumulating this, right? Even if it's $50, guys, even if it's $100, whatever the amount that you have, look at this. We're sitting at $19. This is all in USD, by the way, right? We're at the last down candle before the prior movement. Given that I trade smart money, we've rejected once. We didn't fully clear that candle out. Could we clear that candle out? It's a possibility, but so far we're holding the zone, and I believe we're going to hold the zone for some time, right? And then it's going to absolutely go parabolic and go to the upside. And just you doing from this point where it's at, to about like 39, you're already gaining 100% growth. If you can gain 100% growth on a lot of these projects and you're diversifying yourself, you're gonna be able to make a whole lot of guala, like a whole lot of money, right? So now moving forward here on VeChain, my baby though. Like I really love VeChain, right? VeChain, I was able to take advantage of this project when it was down all the way, like down here, I believe was below 1 cent, right? Like I have chart markups of it being below 1 cent. We're like taking advantage of this bad boy. Right. Let's see if I can drag it over there. Like I was looking at VeChain since all the way down here, and I was able to accumulate right before we jumped into the 1 cent area and really take this up. And we still, as you can see, if I zoom out, you guys can see that this potential for this part, for this to go where it needs to go, right? So looking at it right now, we're at a key area, right? If I drew my fibs once again, just to show you how consistent this is, right? This is like free game right now, right? 50%, 618. We held the zone, right? But look where we are. Low point to the high point. Just based off of this structure, right? You know, structure went up, it failed to create a higher high, came back here. We got a higher low type thing, right? We didn't get that lower low. Price went back up, created some form of a higher high. And right here again, I'm looking at a higher low being formed. Now, if we do sweep this, if we do like decide to clear all these lows, what's going to happen from you? What do you guys think? What's definitely going to happen is that price is going to go ahead and test 50% of this last prior down candle, right? Last seller's candle before the prior buy movement. And you can get a 50% entry about a 0.04 on and take this all the way up, right? Just from where it is, from the 786 and 886. Just looking at it from here, just up there, that's already 200%, right? That's a previous all-time high from like this past year, right? So, but looking at it, the real all-time high, we're trying to go all the way to $1, and just I just want to paint the vision for y'all, right? I want to paint the vision for y'all real quick. If we're going all the way to $1, and mind you that okay, we go from right here all the way to $1, that's about 1,000%. So that's a crazy 10x that you did on your project, real quick. So definitely be mindful, keep an eye on the lookout. There's a lot of money that's still going to come into the marketplace, into the crypto markets. We're sitting at almost a $3 trillion market cap as a whole in the crypto market. And you can see it right here on CoinGecko. Market cap was about at 2.3, right? But there's a lot more money that's going to flow into this marketplace. I don't want you guys to, miss out on it. So better get yourself positioned before the money comes in. That way, when the rest of the world comes in, you're already ready, you're already aware, and you can take advantage. Now, where am I trying to get in? Anywhere within this price range, right? You guys see the fibs, right? You guys see right here, and right here, right? That's the area, right? There's no specific price. It's just the area I'll be looking to now accumulate some more of these projects. I've personally already accumulated, so I'm not going to be accumulating anymore unless it dips below and gets all the way down here. Then I'll be reassessing and I'll take advantage. Now, some of you don't know, but having Tezos on your Exodus wallet, right? Being able to have Tezos on your Exodus wallet, what happens with that, right? What happens with that is that you're now able to literally stake it and accumulate assets of Tezos. Even as the market is going down, you're gonna be gaining Tezos because you're holding on to it, right? I believe they give you about a 6 to 8% APY, right? And here on a weekly, I'm gonna do it again. Low point to the high point. And I want you guys to see exactly where we are, right? Low point to the high point. We got a higher low here. We got a higher high here that was created, right? At like about $9, and we dropped since. And where are we? We're at the 78. We hit the 78.6, and we have the 86 right here, right? I don't want you guys to be in fear, but if we're at the low of the market, what's going to happen? We're going to go up. Even, we don't know when it's going to bottom out, but it's better to be already in it and be prepared than anything else. Now, when it comes to actually diving in and now taking this trade on the MT4, the same way you can position yourself in your wallet, you can accumulate assets. You can accumulate this asset just by simply trading and getting some dollar out of it on your MT4. And for that, you pretty much have to zoom into your daily or 4-hour, depending on your style of trading. Some of you guys may be scalpers, or some of you guys may be swing traders. I'm more of an intraday swing trader, so I'll be able to now wait for a trade to happen on a 4-hour or 2-hour, 4-hour, 2-hour, and now really take advantage of this as a whole. So you see this right here. You guys see this right here. I was looking to buy some here on my MT4, which I did, but I ended up getting clapped, right? Clapped meaning it hit my stop loss, and then I couldn't really take advantage of this at this point in time. Now that price at these areas, I already have a lot of Tezos, so I'm not really getting any more. But if you guys are looking to accumulate, this would be a really nasty area for you guys to accumulate in, right? Just right here, we see it cleared out all the lows, liquidity got cleared, swept. We got that initial first impulse, broke that structure, we came right back in, and now we're testing the last down candle before the prior movement. Price could decide to start running, or just come back in, test that 78 or that 88, and now really go to the course of where it wants to go, right? That's pretty much it as far as really these assets, right? I'm gonna give you guys one huge asset that that's about to boom right now, right? It's data solution, Airweave, right? Airweave. So I don't know if you guys heard of Filecoin. Filecoin is one of those coins that we're at a low of the market right now, right? We're at a low of the market, and these can absolutely go parabolic, right? So if I go on Filecoin real quick, right, and I pull this up, let me go Filecoin right now. Filecoin is a leader in the whole data storage, right? So Airweave and Filecoin is to protect your data, is to store your own data so you can have private ownership of your own data. That's pretty much what they do. You can read up on it by going on their website. This has pretty much a 5 billion market cap already. 5 billion market cap already. And we're looking at Airweave, whereas we're sitting around the same prices, right? This just happened today. Yesterday we were sitting at 37, right? This just happened today. We boomed up, but given that this can be another Filecoin, we're only sitting at a market cap of 1 billion, 1.8 billion, right? I highly see this going all the way to 5 billion, right? Because data storage is super important, like in this day and age. You can really have ownership of your own data and really sell it to these different companies, right? So definitely look into these projects. I would highly suggest you guys accumulate on this. I'm going to be accumulating on this project as well. And we're at a low in these markets, right? We're really at a low. If you go on here, you kind of see how what's been happening as far as this project goes and how it's really been moving, right? See, right, we're at a low. Markets are zooming. We're just coming out from the low, right? So I would really suggest be patient, snag yourself an entry, and just do what you gotta do for you, right? Everything is right here. It shows you pretty much how the market is moving. Use CoinGecko as your best friend, as your research, as your tool to really get things done, right? So just to give you guys a visual view of Filecoin, we're at a low, right? I'm still gonna invest in this, but it's not gonna be my top priority. I'm gonna be looking more so at Airweave more than anything else to really be able to really take advantage of it. Came out at a low. This looks like the 50%, 618. I can't even make this up at this point. Like, this is so predictable, right? Low point to the high point. Look at it. We're at a 50% 618 zone. We're holding the support area, right? Your FIB pretty much gives you a support area. So this is where you can now look, right? No matter the project, guys. No matter the project. Another one, Atom, right? Cosmos, right? Cosmos is hot. And what am I waiting? I'm waiting for this area on Cosmos about 16 to about 12. I'm gonna accumulate more Cosmos. If not already, where it's at is a good zone to accumulate. I would not fret. If this doesn't go your way, you don't want to participate in this project. You don't want to hold it true. You don't want to have diamond hands. If you don't want to have diamond hands right now, I would suggest just don't participate. But if you're gonna be able to have diamond hands, have your diamond hands. Don't sell off while you're in the negative. Hold on to your projects, right? It's gonna go where it needs to go. Trust me, right? If we're looking at metaverse projects real quick, we're looking at Sand. I'll share. I marked this up already. Okay, I did. I almost sorry I did. Looking at sand as it is on a daily time frame. I was looking for something particular on sand, which pretty much happened. We came out here, we sweep the lows, we touched this area, right, which is pretty much a daily fib zone, right? Daily last down, and we start to go up. Now, can we potentially come back and really test that $4, right? That $4, that $4. Yes, we could, and potentially even reach this imbalance around $3 and then start really running, right? But regardless, anywhere in the zone would be a good zone to buy. This is looking like the higher low. If we're looking at it from this perspective, we're in higher low. We're in the golden zone to be buying. But if you're looking at it from the perspective that this is your higher low, right? We're in the 50%. So the fib confluence matches, right? We're sitting on the 50% zone. If it dips in, we're going to touch a 71, potentially, balance at a 78, and then go to course, right? Like these are the golden areas. Like this is just, it's given. It's visually just given to you to like do damage in the marketplace, right? So I really found it was important to share this so that everybody can come in. You don't need a whole ton of projects, but you just need the right projects, good projects that can allow you to really gain a significant amount of growth. I'm not going to go over all these projects that I have on here because some of them are really busting, and I need to hold on to them, right? But as far as Bitcoin goes, I'm just going to go on Bitcoin real quick just so I can give you guys a perspective, right? Personally speaking, I'm looking at a weekly time frame. We're currently touched the weekly last down candle before the up move. I'm seeing, like, my eyes with the way I'm trading, I'm seeing a possibility of a $30,000 Ethereum. I mean, $30,000, $33,000 Bitcoin, excuse me. When is it going to happen? I have no idea. Is it going to happen? I have no idea. But market structure indicates that it could happen, right? So I got to keep that option open where if it drops down there, I'm ready to just catch it with the bag, right? Even if it's $100, $200, $1,000, $10,000, it don't matter. Just be ready to just catch up and secure yours, right? If we go on a daily time frame now, we can see that we're holding this area, and this area is pretty much what this is your like if you go from right here to right from like this point on a 4 hour all the way to this point, you're gonna notice we're in the 78.6, 886 zone right here. But if you go from this point to this point, you're gonna just notice, like, I'm gonna just do it real quick, right? Daily, right? So right here, look where we at. Just look where we at. Look where we at. Like I can't even make this up. So right now we're ranging in that price range, right? Yes, we're ranging. It seems like price is going to take off. We've been holding this. If I go on a 4 hour, you can see that we've been holding this area. We've been steady holding this area, going back and forth between about 46,000 and about 51,000, right? We've been going back and forth there. We could definitely get one last dip, right? I personally just want to see this and then have it start rising, right? But for it to really rise, I believe we're going to see price go into this, zone again, 50,000, and then give us a drop off 50,000, even potentially even 50, 54-ish within this imbalance here, right? This imbalance in price here and here. If price can now somehow bring us back into that zone, I would expect price to drop off and bring us back to this 41,000 price, 41,700 price, and then give us the lift off that we want to now take us to new all-time highs, $100,000, $90,000 of Bitcoin. But now if it breaks down below this, right? If it breaks down below this and the candlestick closes below this, this structure is now invalidated, and we're now going to be looking to use our fibs and play it from this low point to this high point. And you're gonna notice once again, we're in that zone. Where's the zone's looking at? 78, 886. It all lines up. Fib confluence lines up. These institutions, hedge funds, these robots that they have really trading in the market, they're working with the fibs, right? And they're really starting to be real predictable, right? But they'll try to hurt your feelings, hurt your emotions, drain you out before they really take you to the course of where they need to go. But looking at cryptocurrencies, your main focus is really understanding the cycle that's happening. And I'm going to give you this quick game right here, this whole market cycle. You should all know this already. I believe everybody should already know this. If I go on images real quick, Wall Street cheat sheet. Wall Street sheet. This is the emotional cycle of the market, right? So given that this is the emotional cycle of the market, like you guys need to be looking at this from a perspective where this happens all the time. Right? Let me see if I can open this new tab. Oh, it doesn't really open like that. Oh, hold on. Open image. Perfect. Yes. So given that, this is the emotional cycle, this is how the market currently moves, right? Where are we right now? Just to put you all in perspective. This is where we are. Like we're right here. We haven't even made it over there yet. We're like right here. Some people may feel like we went there, but this is right here. But this plays out on different time frames, right? From the daily to the weekly to the 4 hour to the 1 hour. On one time frame on the hourly, you may see like we're in the fall, yeah, but you want to zoom out when in doubt. Zoom out when in doubt and just look, right? Look visually at what's going on. And you'll be able to notice that, we're in this area. So try to identify where we are in the marketplace and now take advantage of it accordingly, and you'll be able to make significant amount of profit like that, right? I believe there's still room for growth. I believe we're going to go very, very far with this, but just use this as a referral to, come back to, so you know exactly how you want to operate and move with the markets. So on that note, that's really what I wanted to really share with you guys, right? That's why I wanted to bring it to you guys' attention. So feel free, if you guys have questions whatsoever, to write down the questions in the comment section. Feel free to just message me on Instagram, Telegram, it don't matter. And I'll be able to really help you guys out moving forward with this. So I just really want to bring this to your attention. You can trade some of these assets on crypto, right? On your MT4, and you can trade some of these assets also in different exchanges. So on that note, guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Take good care of yourself. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube and follow me on Instagram at NigerBanks. And let's make it happen. Let's go get it. Let's go get this bag. Peace out. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Sheesh. Let's go.